Hey, I'm terrible at editing videos, and I know I haven't put out anything yet. And here I am sitting at the Fontana Lodge, just chillaxing, ready to get into the Smokies. And I thought I'd just put out a quick video about Georgia anyway, just to let you guys know my experience. Georgia's great. Really loved the terrain. There were some steep climbs and steep descents, but also long straightaways where you hardly have to lift your feet. I mean, that is like such a difference for this girl who usually hikes the Whites, and it's been such a treat down here. I started, the last week in April, so a lot of spring flowers are popping. It's beautiful. There's a lot of foliage. Still not enough like to give you that green tunnel effect throughout though. So I was actually getting a little sunburn on my neck and the back of my neck and my shoulders a little bit. So just something to think about. You still need the sunscreen out here this time of year. The water sources are great. Sometimes you walk right over them. Other times you got to walk down a little hill or something to get them, but I've had no problem finding water. Of course, there were a couple big thunderstorms during my time out here, one of which I tented in with a couple other fellas, and oh my gosh, we were all just like thankful to survive that night. It was pretty crazy. Another thunderstorm was in a shelter. Shelter is better, for a thunderstorm if you can. Just the not having to worry about your tent collapsing or having to pack out a big, heavy, wet tent. It makes a difference. Try to get in that shelter if you know rain's coming. The shelters are nice. Privies are decent. It's late April, so most of the privies are kind of full at this point. But, you deal with it, whatever comes up. Let's see what else. I resupplied at Mountain Crossings. I sent myself a box there. That was a good idea, I thought, even though they're fully supplied in there. At least I just a few things. I got what I needed, enough to get me to Haiwassee. And the town of Haiwassee actually does a free shuttle from Unicoi Gap and Dix Creek Gap. And I was going to catch a shuttle in, and then I got kind of like tired of waiting. I had to wait like an hour and a half, so I hitched, and I had a nice, easy hitch into town. Hiawassee's great. A lot of things centrally located to get what you need done. I had kind of a disappointing experience at the Mexican restaurant, so I really wouldn't recommend that. But, lots of good stuff to be had in Haiwassee for sure. Let's see what else. Yeah, 7 days in Georgia. I crossed into North Carolina on the morning of day 8. I think my first 7 days I stayed in the shelter 3 times, and I tented 3 times, and then the night in Haiwassee off trail at like the Holiday Inn Express. Yeah, good experiences. I love Georgia. I'm having a great time. And I highly recommend you get out here and just do it, people.